Do you like my new mug? Central Park. I'm not sad. Definitely not sad. Nope. Nope. Definitely did not spend about £8 investing in that mug. Let's get started. What do I do? So I thought I would just basically talk today because I haven't done a video in so long and I didn't have any ideas. I still feel like it's too early to do any Christmas kind of videos because, you know, it's only just started. My tree's not up yet, therefore I cannot talk about Christmas yet. There we go. Good philosophy to go by. The tree's not up, Christmas isn't happening. Ooh. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is a little story that happened yesterday. So basically, if you're watching in England, then you'll know this. Every 2 weeks we have like green recycle men come around and they basically take all your recycling rubbish and stuff that you want taken out. And this includes like a green compost bin, shown in this image. And because I live down a private road, I have to take mine all the way to the top of our road. So it's basically on a main street, all of our bins. And so I put it up the night and then in the morning they come around and take it, blah, 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 blah. And because I have to take the bins back, I obviously went over to the bins to try and find ours. And when I got to our bin, I found that there was no lid on the bin. Yep, just a lidless bin. Why not? And I was with my friend Emily at this point, as she is kindly modelling the bin currently right now. I was with her, and for some reason, the first thought that came to my mind as to why our bin had no lid is someone stole it. Some bloody youth stole it. And so my friend Emily was just laughing, burst out laughing for a good 5 minutes straight, while I was just there going, what the actual fuck? Who in their right mind would steal a bin lid? Why would you want to steal a bin lid? Unless it was snowing and you used it as a sledge. But no snow at the moment. So why, what would possess you to steal a bin lid? What little kid would have gone, oh yeah, good idea, steal a bin lid? And then after that, I brought the bin back to my house and I text my mum with the image that I just showed you saying, we have no bin lid. Slightly awkward. So when my mum came home, she called up the bin people. I don't know who she called up, but she called up someone saying, look, our bin lid's not there. And apparently, there's this one, because the way the bins are emptied is this massive truck thing comes around, and you attach the bins onto the truck, and they basically the bin is here. There's this lid, and basically the machine tips it up, and in there like that, so the bin lid comes down and it goes all into the truck, and then it munches it up. Nom nom nom. So basically, apparently, one of the big vans has been eating up the bin lids, and my mum told me this, and I was like, and that makes sense. And it took me, it was about 30 seconds after my mum told me, and I was like, why was that not the first thought that came into my head? Why did I think, of all things, of all of the options, that someone had stolen it? It makes perfect sense that the machine would be eating up, because it literally, in order to compress it, it goes meh, 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 big claw things. So it makes sense that if a bin emptying upside down, that it might get caught. No, my brain went straight to those bloody youths. So yeah, that was that story of how I was completely and utterly dim-witted. And the second thing I wanted to talk about was today, my friend was just casually, no idea why, she was just going like this up my arm, along to her music. And for some reason, this suddenly brought back a memory in my mind, and I was like, oh my god, I was a weird kid. I was either 6, 7 or 8. I don't know which one, but it was one of those ages. Basically, my dad had to go on a work holiday. I think it was like a business trip bonus thing, and he took my mum along with him. I think it was Australia or some nice place like that. And so they didn't want to take me and my sister. But then my grandmother, who lives in England, was also on holiday at that time. therefore, the next relative that we could have gone to stay with was my grandma and granddad in Ireland. And so therefore, me and my sister both had to travel in the plane on our own. She's only like 16 months older than me. Yeah, I think it's 16 months. And so we both had to go over and fly on a plane over to Ireland by ourselves. And she was a wreck. She was crying throughout the whole thing. And I was like, nah. As long as you can direct me, it's all that matters. No, we always had an air hostess travelling us around helping. I don't think you'd be allowed to anymore, thinking about it. Travel on your own like that. We had no other options where to stay anyway, so tough teddies. Because on the airplane, we were on one of the airplanes where they have 3 seats, aisle, 3 seats. And for the way there, we always had an adult as well. Right back of the plane, we were sat with an adult. They had to ask the adult if it was okay if we sat next to them, and did they mind or something like that. And basically, anyway, on the way over there, it was this businessy woman, and she just talked with my sister the whole time while I just stared out the window like, oh, look, there's water, pretty, pretty water. Because that's what I did when I was a child. No socialising, God no. Anyway, and then on the way back, there was this, I'm going to say old man. I can't remember fully whether he was that old or not. I'm just going to say he was old. Anyway, there was this lovely gentleman, and I sat next to him this time, and we must have been on the flight for about 10 minutes. And then I literally went up to his arm. So his arm was like out like here or something, you can't see. But basically, I just went up to his arm. And I went, it's the spider climbs up the wall, the spout. And I did that whole rhyme to this man. He must have thought I was some... Oh, God. But I just remembered this and I was like, Charlotte, why would you do that to a complete stranger? Why would that be the first sentence that you say to... Why would I do that? The man was fine with it. We had a great conversation afterwards. But I can't remember what the conversation was about. But literally, it was so weird that my brain just randomly went, oh yeah, by the way, do you remember when you were like on a plane when you were about 8, you just randomly, as an intro to this new band, went Incy Wincy Spider up his arm? Yep. That's what my brain likes to do to me. Torture me to no end. That's been what's been happening with me lately in the past 2 days. Sorry. I have no other interesting stuff happening in my life, to be honest. But now, I need some help because, as you know, Christmas is coming up, but I have no idea what Christmassy videos to do because this is like the first year I've actually felt kind of festive for Christmas. And so if anyone has any suggestions on what I could do for a Christmas video, then I will attempt to do it if it looks like fun. Thank you for watching if you managed to get this far. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please give a thumbs up. And subscribe. Subscribe if you want to see me attempt to speak English and epically fail. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye. Oh, and it made me cringe and yeah. It's a reaction to anything I do anyway. Shit boy.